If the decision was too late, then I think I would have had the selectors first and foremost, and my bosses, as in Cricket Australia, telling me a while ago that they felt my time might have been up. I can go on record again and say that I've never received that sort of message from the selectors or from Cricket Australia. So, as it is with me, any decision that I've made or any game that I've captained has always been with Cricket Australia and the selectors' blessing, and I think it's always been my job to try and do the best that I can and take the team forward. The day has come for me to move on now and let someone else assume that responsibility. It's funny how we talk about losing the Ashes 3 times. Playing in 3 World Cup winning teams never comes up very often. Winning 16 consecutive Test matches doesn't come up very often. Winning 30-odd consecutive World Cup games doesn't come up very often. But that's the world we live in.
Yes, over the journey, as he said, he did cop some criticism. The numbers are good, though, but some will never regard him as anything other than a disappointment because of those 3 Ashes series, as he mentioned. Time to hand this hot topic over to Sam Kekovich and Russell Barwick.
Well, it's the biggest announcement in Australian sport. Ricky Ponting decided to give up the captaincy but stay on as an Australian player, i.e. a batsman. Now, surprised, yes, because I thought he might give the whole thing away. What about you, Sam Kekovich?
Oh, no, I wasn't. I think from the outset, I know the cricketing campfire suggested that he might retire
Well, what
as
has
a
he got
captain.
to prove?
Well, I think he enjoys the game so much.
Yes,
I think
absolutely.
Well, he might still think he's at the top of his game. He may drop down to 4 or 5.
But he
may not be number
Rihanna
3.
have got a young family. It'd be a great time for him to stay at home.
Well, it would be, but by
he's
the
got
same
his
token,
charities. He can play professional golf.
He's only
Money's not an
34,
issue.
35. He's still got plenty of cricket. You've seen them pretty well.
Ricky's 37.
Well, okay, 37. It's a couple of years between friends, mate. But I'm just saying.
Well,
I think the timing was right.
Back,
I think the timing was right to relinquish the captaincy. I think there's still scope for him to be a good player. I wouldn't like to see him fail and then the Cricketing Australia having a nudge and force him and crowbar him out of the position.
The Cricketing Australia obviously gave him the nudge to make the decision because he came back on Sunday and he said to everyone, I'm going to take my time to make a decision. Within 3 days, the decision is made. So that's not a nudge. That's a good push in the back. My point is, why would they only give him a half push? Why would they be saying, Rick, you can do whatever you like, but giving up the captaincy?
Well,
I mean, you don't think Ricky's going to be the man they turn to for advice?
Well, look at the composition of the
If
Australian...
Ricky's on the field, though, you don't think whoever it is, Simon Kadich or Michael Clark or Brad Haddon, you're not going to be looking at Ricky and going...
No, not at all. I think his day's well and truly over. And let me tell you something about Ricky Ponting, if you know Ricky Ponting. He won't be a cancerous element in the side in terms of he would assist whoever's the incumbent. He would make him feel very much at home. And the other thing is you've got to look at very closely the composition of the current Australian side. If they overhaul it, there'll be a lot of youth there. They still need a old hand at the...
I understand that, and there's a few old heads in there at the moment. Was his last little petulant display with Steve Smith, was that the writing on the wall from a captaincy point of view?
I think so. Look, there have been a couple of issues in recent times which haven't reflected very well on his integrity, and he, if he had his time over again, would like to erase those from the CV as well.
Having said all of that, Ricky Ponting, we salute you.
We do indeed.
Outstanding servant for Australian cricket. Wish there were more of you.